comes close when you press.
It's a bit different today. I don't know what it is.
I think it was just a bit far away. Should we come closer?
Yeah, maybe. Costa's like a proud mum. Look at her. Chris Jenner.
We've got someone in the room.
Right. 3, 2, 1. Bring scenarios up. It's the Kelly and Holder show on Channel 4 late night.
We have I hate Ramadan.
Can't do that, can we?
Yeah, we fucking can. This is people's lived experience.
God.
Am I the arsehole refusing something you oh, well, this one's good. For a reason.
Okay.
I hate Ramadan. That was me last week.
I have actually had a good Ramadan. I'll be honest. I've enjoyed my Ramadan. Oh my god, Colsey's. Guys, we've got a lovely guest in the room tonight.
I'm so sorry guys, I'm gonna hide so I'm not gonna look at you.
I don't know if you can hear that, guys. Get it out.
You know that when you're in the toilet in the morning?
It reminds me of my stepdad in the morning. Off by the money, what the hell. Alright, let's continue.
Alright, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3. Hello everyone, welcome to a brand new episode of the Oversharers podcast brought to you by Callie and
Drumroll.
Alright. So today we have absolutely nothing. Here's where you go.
Right, it's where I go. I feel like I've become the hot topics girl, haven't I?
You actually have.
Hot topics. You know why that is? Because all I do is the other day I looked at the screen time on my phone. Do you want to know how much it was?
Is it really high?
It's so high that I'm assuming in 1 week it was 12 hours a day. How's that possible?
No,
I also believe some of that is my children that use my phone. I'm going to use that.
Yeah, because you just whack the YouTube on sometimes.
And I'm feeding them everything that I do. I just whack on the YouTube. Anyway, it was 12 hours a day. I was really shocked by it. And a lot of those 12 hours were spent on TikTok.
No. TikTok's not really doing it for me at the moment.
Oh my god, I'm loving TikTok at the moment.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
I don't know, I feel like it's just not, I'm just not feeling it right now.
I'm feeling the story time.
Do you know what I am feeling? I'm feeling Netflix.
Are you?
You'll never guess.
Guys, anyone who was listening to this podcast, I would say at the beginning, when we first started, I used to go on and on and on about this, and this girl used to be like, I'm not watching that, that's just not my cup of tea.
So last night I forced myself to stay up, just because it's so hard to watch because the episodes are really long.
Yeah.
Forced myself to stay up to finish the final 2 episodes of drumroll, Alchemy of Soul.
I've recruited her, finally.
Tell me why I prayed for Jen. Tell me why I put the TV back on. I was crying my eyes out.
Oh, did you watch the last episode of the part 1?
But the thing is, like, I was crying really prematurely because I didn't wait.
Yeah.
So you know that bit where they were trying to close Jin Yuan, the door,
yeah.
made serving Kim, and then Park, whatever his name is like crying. I started crying. It was just so emotional. And then when I discovered that he was actually all right, then I was like, alhamdulillah.
Yeah.
No, because then he went to go and like protect the stone and he was fighting all those people, and then I thought he got. I don't want to ruin too much.
I think everyone's watched it now.
I really.
We've all seen it, love.
When he was stabbed by Jinmu. Oh, Jinmu's facial expressions really bother me.
He's a really good villain.
He's like.
Yeah. He's a very good villain.
He's got the worst facial expressions. Like, I just want to go like that.
He's got that I told you so face.
And every time Jang-Uk just stepped in, and they're all quivering with fear. Oh, God, it was amazing. And I really loved the ending. Like, I love that they saved Naksu.
Okay.
And that she was inside the body of that Jin Boo-young girl.
So we started part 2 now.
Finished part 2.
Oh, tell me how you felt when you finished part 1.
So what happened at the end of part? Oh my!
Yeah, that was the
It was like, you know, it was like on par with Game of Thrones, the Red Wedding. It
was it not?
It was on par with that. I was
Honestly.
like, what? Because they were preparing for a wedding. Like, it was just happy vibes.
Finally
the sun was shining. The flowers were blossoming. They were happy.
And a little bell.
Ding, 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 ding. And then,
honestly.
Guys, watch Alchemy of Souls. That is my gift to you. That was Hola's gift. Remember when I was like, I'm not watching that.
I'm just telling you guys, I've got great recommendations for shows, I'm just saying.
I cried so many times. I also cried, you know, when they were like trying to extract the blood parasite from Yul.
Yeah.
I love Yul. Yul is just like this really cute, like pure, lukewarm soul.
Lukewarm.
He's very lukewarm.
I hate to be described as lukewarm.
He's just very like, I don't know how
Blasé.
Yeah.
He's very cute.
He's just a very pure soul.
Right, now, I'm very happy that you've watched that, Eva. Come to us.
No, I was so, you don't understand. Like when I finished it last night, I was just overcome with just like happiness.
Oh, bless you.
But it was like the end of an era because it just took me so long to get through it. And then finally, I was overcome with happiness because I finished it and also that there was a happy ending.
Yeah, of course. Right now,
I've been watching.
What have I been watching?
Love is Blind.
Guys, I've been so naughty. I watched Love is Blind. I did this and all that. I really thought I was like, I'm not going to watch those and just listen to podcasts. But I don't have that many podcasts to listen to.
And also, it gets really like you start twiddling your thumbs.
And I'm trying, like, I've literally stopped all music. All I do is listen to podcasts and watch shows. Anyway, Love is Blind. Very problematic.
Yeah, let's unpack this. I'm on episode 9.
I've finished. I'm waiting for the weddings now.
Really?
Yeah. But Kwame, mad.
Wait, I think I finished it as well.
Yeah,
so
waiting for the weddings.
Yeah.
So Thursday.
Yeah.
Anyway, Kwame, mad, insecure, weirdo. Like, he's not weirdo, but I just genuinely feel like, no, he is weird.
I don't think he likes, is it Chelsea?
He does not like Chelsea.
He doesn't like her at all. You know when she was talking about babies with him? And she was like, yeah, like, I know we're happy to wait 3 years. And then he's like, I'm not sure about that. I don't think he likes her.
Even when he was like speaking to his mum and no one was on the other line, I don't think. And then she was like, so is your mum not coming to the wedding? Nico, he was not speaking to his mum, okay? She was not there.
He's a little swindler. He's swindling hearts, souls and minds.
Anyway, and then like how he was behaving with Mika. Mika, whatever her name is.
That's the one he wants.
Yeah. Also Micah and Irene, their behaviours, the way they act. Sorry,
I don't like Irina, but I'm glad she's like not really in it anymore.
Yeah.
Oh,
very mean girl vibey. I feel like Mika. What is it? Is it Micah?
Micah.
I think she gives me mean girl vibes. She gives me like
her and Irina together were horrible.
Very mean.
And they were so mean about Zach, even though Zach is a little bit weird.
He is a little bit weird, and I do genuinely believe that Zach has a bad judge of character. Like, how could you choose Irina over Bliss?
I know, Bliss is such a sweetheart.
She's so beautiful.
But I'm glad
so
that
nice.
they're back together.
Oh my god, the sabotager of all sabotagers. I can relate to this woman. She's toxic.
Oh.
A little bit.
Jacquelina.
And Marshall.
Marshall's so sweet.
Marshall's But when he called her a project,
I know, I was like, I don't think he was thinking in that moment. I think
like, you are a project. I'm trying to work out how I can fix you.
Yeah, like, no, you can't say that.
Can't say that.
Not to a crying woman.
No, not at all. But I also think she's self-sabotaging. But then again, we're seeing a lot of, we're probably not seeing what's really happening. I don't know, but I really like Marshall.
But isn't it so hilarious that you can literally tell that like they're blackout drunk every episode?
Yeah.
Like they're so, I don't know what the alcohol limit is on Love is Blind, but it's certainly not the same as Love Island.
No, they're constantly on it. Anyway, so that has been me watching that. What else? I don't really know much has happened. I've just been cruising through Ramadan. It's my first week back.
Yeah, after a little stint with the
red wedding.
With the red. I'm back to fasting again.
I'm back to fasting again. So yeah, it's been quite good. Oh my god, today I love that the sun shines back. Can I just say? Long days at the park has returned. Today we spent 4 hours at the park. Can you believe that? 4 hours.
That's so good. I really have such a disorganized day, like that I just haven't been even scheduling time for like outdoor. Like, you know how I used to just like go for walks and stuff like that? Honestly, like I just haven't done that in so long. Like today was quite nice. Like I went to Sainsbury's, picked up some stuff, like food-wise, came home, did a bit of cooking, and I was just so shocked.
How are you adjusting to life as a wifey?
I mean, it's okay. Like,
as in, like the change has that been? You're coping quite well.
Let me just clear my throat for this.
Oh,
say that question again.
How are you coping with the change, like moving from your home into your new place?
It's hard. Like every time I come back here on like Mondays and Tuesdays, I feel really emotional.
Oh.
Do you know? Because you know what it is. Like I'll see, you know, like the roundabout.
Yeah.
I'm coming in the cab and I'll see the roundabout, and I'm just like, oh my god, this used to be. This was my dumping ground. But like every time I go back, it's like it's okay. It's just it's a bit lonely. Yeah, it's a little bit lonely. But it's fine. Like I just have to find things to do.
Yeah, no, and I think you know what it is. And also, you got married at a period of time where it's like you just got married and then it was Ramadan.
Yeah.
And like Ramadan, I feel like kind of.
I know it's thrown a spanner in the works.
Yeah. So I think when Ramadan is over and like life kind of goes back to normal and like you'll be kind of.
No, it'll be fine.
The
The thing is, there isn't anything wrong with it now. Like there isn't like any major issues.
It's a change.
Yeah, it's just like. Basically, I just had like 2 weeks to enjoy married life, and then it was like bang,
boom, work,
Ramadan, work, and then like I don't know, like I just don't feel. Basically, you know, because here I have like my established routines and stuff.
Yeah, you've got to create new routines there.
In the environment, because the environment is very different to the environment here. Because here I know like where to go, where to walk, where the shops are. Like over there, it's just I don't know. Like,
you're getting used to a new area, basically.
Yeah, like, I feel bad though because Ham's always like, "Come on, let's go out for a walk," and I'm like, "Oh, I can't be bothered." Just do you know what I mean? It's just not the same.
It's not the same, guys. It's not, you know, Brompton High Street. Anyway, moving on. Are we ready for the loveliest scenarios?
Moving on to the scenario.
Let's go.
Got nothing else to discuss. Honestly, I don't want that to be the last thing we discuss.
Okay.
What else has been happening?
Have you watched any of the what happened with the women's basketball championship in America?
No, what's happened?
Scandal. Okay, basically I'll explain that to you. So basically, last night or the night before.
Is it doping?
No. Last night and the night before, it was the women's basketball college basketball championship in America, and apparently in America it's a big thing. So these two teams, LSU and Iowa, were playing against each other, and there's this player in Iowa.
This is just random.
I know.
Random this is.
It's random, but I see this stuff on TikTok, but it's so interesting, honestly. Anyway, this random, I'm telling you, this random player in Iowa basically did this to just think of like street basketball, how like they're cussing each other out, like there's a lot of like rivalry, there's a lot of tension. So this girl, who's a white woman, can I say, did this like John Cena "you can't see me" move, random, to another player, right? In another game, and like she just plays she's very competitive, I would say. She did the John Cena. She plays. I want to say she plays dirty, but she's got a competitive streak. So she did this John Cena move to another team that's not LSU, and then there was another person that she was defending, and then like she made this gesture like, go away, like I'm not even bothered to defend against you, like do you know what I mean, like you're mediocre,
that's
like move on. Okay, wait, so listen, that's what happened, yeah. And then another time she was caught saying, oh, just be quiet, shut up, like you're down by like 15 points, be quiet. Anyway, so those three situations happened throughout the season, yeah? So then last night, LSU, which is predominantly like a black team, one of the other players like dunked or did something or scored something, and they won the championship. So then they go, one girl called, I think she's called Angel Breeze or something. Anyway, she's a really, really good player. So she goes to that other girl from Iowa and goes like this to her, like, and goes like this with her finger, meaning like, we got the ring.
Yeah.
Just to piss her off.
Was that the same girl that did the move before?
Yeah, so she did that to her, and then it all went crazy. So like all the pundits, everyone online, all Twitter were basically coming for this black girl saying that she's like classy, and what's it called? She's like unclassy, that's not good sportsmanship. Like what she did was like wrong.
Well, even though the other woman did it first.
Yeah, and it was acceptable for her to do it. So loads of people are debating now whether it's a race thing. So because she's black, that they're trying to say she can't be competitive. Anyway, it was really funny. It was like 4 AM in the morning, guys, so don't judge me. I was having fajr and I was watching it, but it was very hilarious.
They just love to sensationalise when it's like a black woman, don't they?
Yeah. And then they called her ghetto, and like for her doing the John Cena sign back to the girl.
No, that's ridiculous.
And it didn't make sense because the girl did it before, so why not coming for her?
Because if it was the other way around and it was the white girl that did that to her and that blew up, people would say things like, oh, it's just, you know,
it's
like,
just that that's what they did though. It's just a game. Yeah, that's exactly what they said.
And they'll say things like, oh, like this, it's just, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just exactly what they said. But then the moment they lost and LSU won, and then obviously the girl did the John Cena sign, and then she did the ring, meaning like she got the championship ring. Everyone's coming for her, like saying, "You ghetto, you shouldn't have done that." Da, da, da. So it's crazy.
It's just making me question the institution of sport now. Is it institutionally racist?
Perhaps.
Did you hear about this cricketer who basically was dragged for apparently, so like an Asian cricketer came out and said that some other cricketers were like racist towards him. And then this one guy, like one main cricketer, I can't remember his name, was like dragged on social media and stuff like that. Nigel Farage. Tell me why I'm watching GB News, by the way.
Oh my god, it comes on my feed all the time.
Nigel Farage was talking about it, and the way, like the language that he used was like basically trying to appease the cricketer who was dragged. Like GB News is actually so toxic.
It's the Fox News of England.
Like it's ridiculous. I was just like, he was like, oh, well, we can't. He was basically trying to say like you need to look at the context. And
what context?
Like if someone's racist, like take it on the chin.
No, GB News is basically the Fox of Britain. It's actually crazy. But you know what's really funny that I've recently started to agree with? Piers Morgan. I've said this numerous times, but I don't know what it is.
So I said Piers Morgan was Zaddy and a few podcasts ago. And I can't remember why.
Oh yeah, you did say he was Zaddy.
Piers Morgan's Zaddy.
I don't know, he just agreed with something. But I mean, the way that he's really, and I think it's in the context of like,
do you think he's doing some unlearning?
No, I don't know.
Is Piers Morgan having a change of...
I don't know. I don't know if he's just him talking the truth or not. But I just think I agree with him to some extent. I think what I was agreeing with was what's happening with the immigrants. But it's the way he says things. It's just like common sense. Like just stop. But then in my head I'm like, I can't reveal that.
Exactly. I can't reveal that I listened to Nigel Farage talk about racism. It was just so ridiculous. Like I was sitting there like, this guy cannot be serious.
But it's salacious, that's what
I know.
It's like when people come on LBC in the afternoon and they're like, we don't want those foreigners. It's entertaining.
Yeah, and you can tell just by like the group of people that he brings on, like Jacob Rees-Mogg, like just very divisive people. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, scenario.
Let's go, darling.
So, am I the asshole for refusing to stop eating dinner in front of my fasting Muslim housemates? That was quite funny, isn't it?
They should ask me this question when I'm hungry.
Okay, so I live in a flat share in a large European city. There are 4 rooms in the flat and we each rent them individually from the landlord. There is a common kitchen, living room, bathroom, etc. 2 of my housemates are Muslim and fasting for Ramadan. I'm an atheist, but I'm a firm believer of religious freedom and I don't care what anyone believes unless they are hurting others. I mostly work from home and therefore tend to eat a little earlier than others as they all have to commute home. My 2 Muslim flatmates have asked me to stop having dinner so early because they smell it, see me eat it, and apparently it makes them even more hungry, making Ramadan harder for them. I initially said no, and then they asked if I would at least eat dinner in my room so they didn't have to see it. I feel torn. On the one hand, there is no massive harm to me waiting another 30 to 45 minutes to have my dinner, so I could do a small thing to help them. On the other hand, is it their religious choice, and I don't really see why I should change. Oh, and on the other hand, on the other hand, it is their religious choice, and I don't really see why I should change my behaviour. Reddit, am I the asshole for refusing to eat later to make life... What the hell is wrong with me?
Get it out, go on.
Reddit, am I the asshole for refusing to eat later to make life easier for my Muslim housemates?
You know what, yeah? I don't really get triggered when people eat in front of me.
No, me either.
So it's not really a problem for me, like, go about your life. It's about, I feel like, it's on a
nice. Case by case basis.
Yeah,
some people probably do feel triggered by it.
Do you know what I mean? I feel like, especially if Ramadan is a struggle for you, you would, of course you're going to struggle. But I also
like some days I struggle, but I wouldn't struggle with the sight of food.
Do you know what I mean? Or like
it would be like an internal, like, I'm so thirsty right now.
Yeah,
kind of
exactly. And I think Ramadan is like more of an internal battle. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, it's for you to learn to
control yourself.
Yeah, like control your nafs, control yourself. So it's like,
I don't think he's the arsehole. Because do you know what? He was like, should I wait another 30 to 45 minutes to accommodate?
No.
But even if it's 30 to 45 minutes, like, surely they're going to be preparing food.
Yeah.
Anyway, because I usually prepare food like an hour before, but that's just I'm a rubbish cook. I usually wait like an hour and a half to start preparing food. So I'm thinking, like, why don't they all just prepare food at the same time? And then the Muslims that are fasting can then, like, put their food aside and then reheat it.
I genuinely don't think it's an issue. I don't think he's an arsehole. I don't think they should make him feel uncomfortable.
I know. And it's his home as well.
Yeah, like why are they making requests for timings that, I don't know.
I also don't like the fact that, like, he feels like he has to retire to his room to eat. I just think it's a bit too much. Because this is his home, he pays rent for this place. So he should be able to move around freely in that home. Like, I don't get it.
No, like if I was like on my period right now and I wasn't fasting and I had a sandwich,
I wouldn't
eat in your face.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't want you to, like, ask me to move away. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, fine, he can have some shine. I don't know.
But you know, he said that they live in a European city, so the fasting people are very used to seeing people eat day to day. At work, outside.
Exactly. So that shouldn't bother you.
I think they're picking on him.
I think so too.
I really hate to say it, but I do think they're picking on him. Because it's like, he's the only person that isn't fasting. And then I can just imagine, you know, they're all living in a house together, emotions are high. So they're probably just looking for something to just, do you know what I mean? Angry about.
I don't know, I just feel like Ramadan is a sensitive thing for some people. Like, especially if you, like, are a hardcore person that's, like, continuously fast throughout Ramadan, I think it becomes quite easy for you throughout the years. But if you're, like, new to this, I get it. Like, you can be a bit, you know, sensitive to the smells and the foods. Like, it might want to make your food, but, like, you shouldn't control someone else.
I just really want to ask the listeners, do you guys feel triggered by non-Muslims eating around you while you're fasting? Because that's really interesting. Like, I didn't think that was a thing.
No.
But now I'm kind of questioning and thinking, or maybe some people actually do get triggered by it. It's very interesting.
You know what I get once? I remember last year in Ramadan, one of my work colleagues got, like, a really nice frappuccino from Costa, and it really triggered me.
But I think do you know what? I think it's like,
I just wanted it so badly, and there was, like, ice dripping from
it. But
it.
on another day, you probably wouldn't care.
No, I wouldn't.
So that's why I think, because they're living together and they're constantly seeing this person cooking, like, earlier than them, being able to eat earlier than them, They're probably, you know, everyone's on like, they're on a short fuse when they're fasting
Yeah.
anyway. I get quite angry very easily whilst I'm fasting. So they probably just thought, let's bully him.
Let's just pick on the little one.
Yeah. But it's alright.
No.
I think he should be able to eat whenever he wants in his house.
Yeah, and there's like bigger problems in the world, so...
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Imagine you pay rent for a house and you've been told go and eat in your room.
I'd be so upset, I'd be livid.
I'd be like, what?
Like if I
feel so ostracised.
Yeah, like especially, and even if I was living with like Muslim women and I was the only one that was on her period, I would make my food. But obviously I wouldn't be like blatant and like eat in their face.
No.
But I
would be considerate as a Muslim.
Yeah.
But this guy doesn't have to be considerate because he's not. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
I mean, it would be nice for him to be considerate, but I can see
But
why
what does he have to be considerate?